Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of someone getting stuck in a washing machine, which caused people online to freak out. Somehow this person got completely wedged into a washing machine to the point where she couldn't get out, which made many people online wonder how she got in there to begin with. We're also going to be taking a look at a bonus story about a guy who got impaled by a hiking pole while on a 10-mile hike and decided to climb all the way back down instead of calling for a rescue helicopter because he didn't want to pay tens of thousands of dollars. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
If you guys don't shut up!
You need help out of there.
I need it tipped over.
You need it tipped over. Oh my god, we can't do that. It's gonna rip all the hoses and crap out of the wall.
I need it tipped!
Okay, so as we can see, somehow this person got wedged into the washing machine, and they're requesting that their friends tip the machine over so they can get out. How did you get in there to begin with? Like, how did you climb up in there? And also, no, I'm not just gonna tip it over. We're gonna have to unhook all the hoses and crap from it first. Unfortunately, this isn't gonna be an easy job. There's a hot water line as well as a cold water line coming into the back of the machine. Sorry, I'm getting all old man on you. I'm like, technically, you're gonna have to unhook the water line. I'm sorry. Okay, the description of this makes me think this video might be AI. Stepped into the crowd, taking in live performances at Vogue World Hollywood, known for his own standout fashion moments. He kept it effortlessly stylish in a look worthy of the runway. What does any of that have to do with what we're watching? That's the description for this video. This person says you're gonna break the floor if it's tipped over, if not crush somebody else in the process. Alright, I do not endorse people making fun of this person's weight or their physical appearance. I'm concerned where that great big spiral center part is. She might be locked in. Yeah, the agitator in the middle of the washing machine, that should be right up in the middle of, yeah, I hope the agitator isn't right up in the middle of this machine. Hopefully it's one of those machines that doesn't have an agitator. Although maybe we like that kind of thing, eh? Sorry about that. Anyone else more impressed she even got in? I'm wondering how the heck she got in there. I don't see a step stool or anything near there. Step bro, I'm stuck in the washing machine. How the F did y'all fit a dishwasher in the washing machine? She was not getting cracked. Why she get in there? But like, who the F told you to get in there? Tip that bit over then. Girl, what did you think was going to happen? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the heck we would climb into a washing machine to begin with. And now we're stuck in there forever. We ain't never getting out of there. Skibidi washing machine. That's not how you do laundry. She knew she was too big for it. I don't know why anybody was climbing into a washing machine regardless of their size anyway. What are we doing? And then she's like, you have to tip it over. I have to break the stupid machine and rip the hoses out of the damn wall. Jeannie didn't understand my wish. What the F did you think was gonna happen? Girl, cause how the F she fit in there in the first place? She's in a tight spot, lol. I know she was mad as fuck when they weren't doing anything. A lot of people are referencing various corn scenarios where somebody is stuck in a washing machine for some reason. Ist there a spinning rod? Hopefully not. Hopefully this is one of those machines that doesn't have the agitator. Otherwise, we are fully on that thing. You know what I mean? It's fully in there. Did they build the washing machine around her? You need help out of there. How and why did she get in there? Okay, so as you can see, the internet is very confused about how she got stuck in there to begin with. I don't know why we would climb in there, but now that we're in there, we need them to tip over the machine so we can get out. It's a pretty ridiculous visual to see somebody stuck inside of a washing machine and not able to get out. Hopefully it's one of the ones that doesn't have that agitator in the middle, because if it does, this story is taking a different turn. I'm sorry. Things are getting a little different now. No, I'm just kidding. This is weird. I'm just as confused as everyone else why she would climb in there to begin with. Next.
This man and two friends hiked about 6 hours down Montana's tallest mountain with a trekking pole impaled in him.
Couple inches the other way and this would be a different story.
The accident occurred about 10 miles into an attempt to summit the Granite Peak, which rises more than 12,000 feet.
I just slipped on some rocks. It was just kind of a freak thing.
Luckily, David's
Oh my gosh, look at that pole sticking right through his side, right through the lats. Oh my God.
Cifaldi is a wound care nurse and was able to assess himself.
He was okay. He was still talking. He was still breathing. There was not a pool of blood. So at that point, he goes, okay, we got to get off the mountain.
I was pretty convinced at that point that I was going to get off that mountain, and I was going to do it under my own power.
Wow, what a total badass. What the hell?
The group of friends contacted search and rescue and reached the trailhead after about 6 hours. When they reached the bottom, Cifaldi was taken to a hospital where
Damn, so he hiked all the way back down the mountain.
doctors were able to remove the pole.
Okay, now he's going to tell us a little bit more about the incident.
So the pole was in me from here to here.
Hiker impaled with trekking pole hikes 6.5 hours down mountain to avoid airlift fee. Okay. He specifically did this to avoid paying the helicopter rescue fee. Remember that story we covered recently about a girl named Grace who got rescued and then her group had to pay $75,000? Well, actually, it turned out that her group did not have to pay $75,000. That part of the story was fake. Either way, this dude didn't want to have to pay any sort of airlift fee, so he hiked himself down the mountain several miles with a pole sticking out of his side. What a total badass.
Kind of about there. And
He's a wound care nurse, so he was able to look at it and be like, it's good enough. We can finish this hike, baby. It's just a little flesh wound. We'll be able to hike several miles back down this mountain. No problem. This dude is a badass.
up on the plateau, we were able to release this handle to take it off, so it was out of the way. But
Oh, that's messed up. It's stuck in you, and you're like, all right, let me just go ahead and unscrew this thing and take it off, but this pole is still wedged in you.
it was definitely a it was definitely a nuisance to be hiking out with all that.
I bet, yeah.
So just describe to me what it did.
Okay, there are the scars. They're blurring them.
So,
Went in here, came out down here.
It went in on the top and came out on the bottom. You fell like face first? What the heck? I thought it was going to have gone in through the back, like you fell back like this onto the pole. Okay, that's a trip. What the heck? Oh my God.
And it went through my lat muscle there.
Ooh, right through the lat. Oof. Is that going to mess up our rows in the future? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, dude. But seriously, we go to row, we're like, my lats! I can't do rows anymore on this side.
Search and
Okay, hold on. Are we sure we got a long enough shot of him with the pole? Watch this dramatic shot for several seconds. Damn, look at that pole, man. Look at all those rocks. This is very dramatic. Listen to that music. Damn, very dramatical. I'm sorry. I always have to point out the stupid stuff.
search and rescue coming to help you's free. The flight's not.
Okay, well, in the case of Grace, the flight was free, right? That was paid for by whatever search and rescue organization.
And so that was obviously a factor in me deciding to self-rescue, but
Okay, he didn't want to pay the helicopter rescue fee. Honestly, that makes me respect you so much more. He literally did what I said I would do in that other video. I made a joke about the helicopter rescue team coming to get me and me being like, oh no, that's way too expensive. Just keep flying. He basically did that. He's like, I can't afford this, dude. I better walk my ass down this mountain. That makes him so much more of a badass. The fact that this was motivated by money, he's like, I ain't paying that. Respect. He's like, oh man, I'd rather die than pay that. Screw you guys, I'm walking. I'm walking down this stupid mountain. You guys think I should call for the helicopter? Listen. If I bleed out on the way down, I'll owe you a Coke, okay? I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. We're only losing a couple drops of blood back there. We're good. Let's go. The pole was like stopping him from bleeding out. Did you know that in a situation like that, the last thing you want to do is pull the pole out, which he did not. Obviously, he's a wound care nurse and he knows that. He just hiked back down with it right in his side. The other dudes are like, hey man, I'm getting tired of carrying this lunch. Can I hang it off of your pole? And they just hang it on there.
The fact that I had two experienced great friends with me, and we had the ability to contact search and rescue if something went wrong, made that a lot more of an easy decision.
Well, that's good. You have two experienced hiking friends. You're a wound care nurse. You've looked at the situation and seen that it's not that crazy. You're like, we could hike a few more miles. There's a picture of him just looking up at the sky with a pole sticking out of his side. For some reason, they have it blurred on this one, but we just saw it a moment ago. Jesse Ross, is that his name? Or the guy that took the picture? Okay, so it looks to me like that guy is a total badass. While on a 10-mile hike up a Montana mountain with friends, David Cifaldi accidentally impaled himself with one of his trekking poles. Stabbed and still hiked off the mountain, that girl couldn't even walk 2 miles without being airlifted. All right, we're gonna see a lot of references to that Grace story that we heard about recently. When the healthcare practitioners don't get the helicopter to come get them because of the cost, then you know what state the healthcare is in. It is kind of a bummer to choose to hike several miles instead of getting the rescue because of the cost primarily. Why didn't they mention that he didn't want to call a helicopter rescue because he thought it would bankrupt him? In this story, they didn't, but we just watched the one where they did, where he did talk about that being one of his motivations. He's like, I don't want to have to pay for that. And he opted to hike because he didn't want to get stuck with the tens of thousands medical helicopter evac cost. He doesn't want to be compared to the Yosemite hiker. Compared to that girl who was airlifted after a 2-mile hike, this guy is a goat. Someone tag Grace from Yellowstone. It was Yosemite. Tattoo a sword going through your skin where the scar is. This person says that's why you don't try to remove it. Well done. Yeah, you definitely don't want to try to remove it because you might start bleeding out. It might be pushing up against an artery or something, and as soon as you pull it out, it releases that pressure and blood starts going everywhere. If you ever get impaled by anything, don't remove it yourself. Go to the hospital. Stabbed and still hiked off the mountain. That girl couldn't even walk 2 miles without being airlifted. Every single comment is just about that, dude. Lamau, let's go. Compared to that lady that had to get a $70,000 airlift 0.75 miles in, you're a legend. Yeah, everybody keeps bringing up the Grace situation. It's crazy that the cost of a rescue for a legitimate medical issue is enough to force you to walk 10 miles impaled. This person says, SAR is free in Montana. We know it went in here and out there. We'd like to know how. Because he tripped and fell on it. This person says, ain't mountain rescue free? That's what I heard from the Grace story. We came to learn that there's an organization that will go and rescue you for free, and they didn't actually try to charge her $75,000. Somebody was just making up that story for clicks. Sad when calling for a helicopter is so pricey that leaving a huge metal rod impaled in your body is the better option. Yeah, this just speaks to the state of healthcare in the United States. He was on point. Glad everything worked out. This person says, Eddie Murphy for president. What? What the hell? That is the most random comment that I've ever seen. Us nurses know how to survive. Mini doctors. Guy's a badass, but it's sad that the first thing he thought was, I can't afford to be rescued. God, our healthcare sucks sometimes. Okay, so everyone agrees that that dude is a total badass for hiking back down the mountain with a trekking pole stuck in his side. And everyone also kept bringing up the Grace situation where that woman had to be airlifted out from a 2-mile hike because of heat exhaustion. I agree that that dude is a total badass. He looked at it and he's like, it's not really bleeding or anything. Let's just hike this sucker right out. Also, I don't want to pay that helicopter rescue bill. I respect the hell out of that. I love that that was part of his motivation. But we learned from the Grace situation that they don't charge for those rescues. Either way, what do you think of the clips that we just saw? leave a comment below. Please be sure to check out my Patreon, which is linked below, for uncensored and unhinged content. I recently released the first part of my 600-pound life reaction series. I'm going to be covering entire episodes on Patreon, and I also released part 3 of the Virgie Tovar book, You Have the Right to Remain Fat, so please be sure to check that out, link below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.